Tony, if you touch me with that glass, I will file a police report. Do you know what this is? This isn't milk. This is blue milk. It's a cocktail of floor sweepings, plaster of Paris, and the liquid runoff from a whiskey distillery. Oh. In 1850s New York, if you gave this to a toddler, you weren't feeding them. You were performing a slow-motion late-term cancellation. 8,000 children died in a single year from this. They didn't just die, Tony. They practically dissolved from the inside out because their nutritious breakfast was actually fermented cow torture juice. Welcome to God Awful History, a subsidiary of the Balthazar Archives. I am Balthazar, and the silent, calloused hand hovering near the camera belongs to Tony. Today, we are discussing the Swill milk scandal, a time when the American dairy industry decided that sanitation was a suggestion and mass poisoning was a viable business model. Squeedo, get away from that glass. It's 50% rot and 50% whiskey slop. Oh, you'll sprout a second head. Oh my goodness. Let's begin. Let's set the scene. Before refrigerated rail cars, getting fresh milk into New York was a nightmare. The solution? Swill Dairies. These geniuses built stables directly attached to whiskey distilleries. They fed the cows swill, the hot, fermented grain mash left over from making booze. The cows lived their entire lives standing in 2 feet of their own filth, never seeing sunlight. Their teeth rotted out because the mash was too soft. Their tails fell off from malnutrition, and they developed stump-tailed. Oh, it's a sickness. And the milk? Oh, the milk was a thin, bluish-gray, watery nightmare. But you can't sell blue-gray sludge to mothers, can you? You have to be creative, so they added chalk and plaster of Paris to make it white and thick. They added starch for body and egg whites for a nice, healthy-looking froth, and don't forget the molasses to give it that creamy yellow tint. It was essentially a liquid chemical fire that smelled like a brewery and tasted like a morgue. I'm guessing. Frank Leslie's illustrated newspaper finally exposed it in 1858, describing cows so sick they had to be held up by slings just to be milked before they collapsed and died. It was an anatomical horror masquerading as a grocery staple. Fine. Since the Balthazar Archives currently has a liquid asset total of $0 and a half-eaten mango, Tony here insists that I play the song he made about this subject. This is the price of free labor, isn't it? Instead of a dignified academic lecture, we are forced to endure Tony's master track. Apparently, he spent all night mixing 19th century industrial screams with trip-hop. If you value your ears, I'm sorry. If you want the facts about the milk poison, listen to the lyrics. Oh, Squeedo, don't you dare start dancing. It only encourages him.
Manhattan streets in 58 are paved in mud and grime. The whiskey vats are boiling over, feeding on our time. They pump the swill, the scalding mash into the cattle pens. A drunken dying herd inside the distillery blends. The milk is blue, a watery puss, a slow and silent kill.
Yeah, the milk was
the
blue.
Liquid rot in New York City, fueled by whiskey swill. The teeth are gone, the gums are black, the cows can hardly stand. The Stump-Tailed herd is suffering across the city land. No grass, no sun, just steam and slop and darkness in the stall. The industrial machine is milking shadows from them all. A system built on garbage, where the profit is the king, and death is just a byproduct of what the milkmen bring. Mixing the plaster, repairers make the blue look white. Add a little starch and chalk to hide the rot from sight. Picking up the tragedy and bottle up the lie, while 8,000 children start to wither and to die. A chemical masquerade in every glass they pour. The premium label hiding what the archive can't ignore. Frank Leslie grabbed his pencil and he drew the horror plane. The stump-tailed cows and filth and heat, a legacy of pain. The public saw the sketches and they finally found their rage. War against the distillers on the newspaper's front page. Smash the blue glass bottles in the gutter and the street. The sound of justice breaking under Manhattan's feet. The archive keeps the blue-stained vial, the chalk and the bone, a forensic testament to a horror once unknown. Balthazar is judging every carton on the shelf. History repeats when profit values only for itself. Tony's turning pale and Skeeto's buzzing in a fright. The Swill milk file is locked away and hidden from the light.
Is it done yet? Is it done yet? I hate it. I hate it. Oh, but I love it. It took decades for the government to actually stop this, Tony. Why? Because the politicians were the ones owning the distilleries. Typical. Even after the purge of swill milk, it took the invention of pasteurization to finally stop the god-awful streak of white poison. Tony, take that glass away. No, don't pour it in the sink. That'll melt the pipes. Put it in the neighbor's garden. Or better yet, send it to the archives for biological hazard labeling. And Squeedo, please stop licking the spoon. You're going to hallucinate a giant frog. Hit the subscribe button for more god-awful history. And before you go, can you answer in the comments if we did a forensic audit of your refrigerator right now? Which item would be the first to be labeled a biological hazard by the Balthazar Archives? Tell me the date on the label and the current state of its evolution. We're looking for new species, you know. Till next time.